Hey everyone. So this will be the review for homework number 7. Just for kind of, I guess we haven't done the medians for a while, but in case you weren't sure, just some pieces will do. This is the first part because there's 7 questions, and so we're probably going to be able to cover at least the first 2, maybe 3. I know that they get a little more difficult as we go along. So the first one is construct a median from E to side FG. So here, our median will be, in this case, again, starting from here and going to side FG. And so we're going to use our compass. And so pull the compass down. And so we're going to just bisect line segment FG. And so if you guys remember, we're going to bring our compass down, having our needle points on point F, and we're going to open up the pencil point a little more halfway, okay? And so I'm gonna set this as red so you can see it now. And so at that point, I'm gonna make a kind of a semicircle, not full semicircle, but we're looking for it to cross over, okay? And so now, keeping the width the same, very important, very important. Keeping the width the same, we're gonna bring the pencil point at G, okay, at G, sorry, needle point G, and then we're going to, again, keeping everything the same, draw another kind of almost a semicircle, 2 arcs in this case. Okay, and this is all you're going to need for your construction part of the using the compass. So we'll keep put to the side here. Now we're going to use a straight edge, and now it's easier for me using computer, no, but so here I'm going to use a dashed line, and so it's going to pass through the 2 points of intersection of the 2 curves, okay? And so it looks okay. It's easier for me to make adjustments on my computer and all, okay? So I can move everything around, but that's okay though, okay? It'll be, again, one of the things not to worry too much about the idea that, you know, if you're off by a little bit, it's okay. You don't have very precise instruments, so do the best you can. We're looking for the markings when we grade these things. And so the last thing we do is we're going to now connect this point here. Notice where the dotted line meets the line segment. Maybe we'll give it a name. We'll call it the point M. So let me just type in M here. So point M, well, there goes point M. So I'm going to move the M over. Okay, move the M over here. And so this is point M, the midpoint. We just constructed from the midpoint line segment FG. And a median is a line segment drawn from the vertex of a triangle to its opposite side, intersect the midpoint of that side. And so here is our median. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so EM is going to be our median. EM is going to be our median. Okay, any questions about this? So now the point is what we're going to bisect line segment FG, find the midpoint M, and connect E to that M. Now we can name it any letter, M, F, K, well not F because we have F already, K, P, Q. Just in this case, you can identify that this is the midpoint of line segment FG. Okay, all right, there you go. There's your construction. Question number 2. In the following diagram, medians AD and BE intersect at F, which the following statements would not be true. So these are medians, which mean in this case E and D are EB and BE and AD are medians. That would mean in this case that E is the midpoint of AC. So these 2 segments are the same measure, and we have in this case D is midpoint of CB, so these would be the same measure. And there's a theorem that talks about the idea that if the 2 midpoints of the sides of a triangle are connected by segments, that segment is going to be A, parallel to the third side triangle. So ED is definitely parallel to AB. So this is true. So we'll not include this one. This will not be the answer. Then we also know that if those segments are parallel, the new triangle formed, triangle ECD, will be similar to triangle ACB. Again, we know the parallel. We can prove in this case that this angle here, angle CED, is congruent angle CAB, and angle CDE is congruent angle CBA, because corresponding angles of parallel lines are congruent. So this will be true as well. We're looking for it's not true. Okay, and now here the median drawn from C would pass through F. Well, if I draw the median through C, here let's, in case I'll actually draw a line segment here. Here, we draw the line segment here, going through the median, the midpoint, we'll find in this case it's going to pass through F. We know this term, this F is known as the centroid, okay, where all the medians intersect, okay? So the centroid is where all the medians intersect, and if I had a median, let's call it CG here, I'm going to call it CG, move this G over here, that it would also intersect, pass through F as well too, F being the centroid, intersection of all the medians. So now we're left with the following. Here we're saying, well, the last one, EF is half of EB. Well, here's the thing. We know that this cannot be true because we know that EF and FB are in a ratio of 1 to 2. So EF to FB is in a ratio of 1 to 2. So if it was 1/2 EF equals FB, that would be correct. But the ratio of EF to the whole segment EB is 1 to 3. So we see here that the answer for number 2 would be 2. This is not correct. This is not correct. Again, that ratio is of the, in this case, the segments of the median are in this case from the vertex to the median, the vertex to the centroid to the midpoint was a ratio 2 to 1. Okay, so this is in this case this is 2n to 1n. But the idea is that that EF is going to be 1/3, not 1/2 of the whole segment EB. Okay, so just go over some of those facts in this case. We talked about centroids before in previous lesson. Just be very wary of this, okay? Our next question, number 3, in the diagram below shows midpoints F and G are located with segments CG and DF intersecting at H. So F and G are the midpoints was in this case, and so F and G are midpoints of the line segment, so we know that CF has to be congruent to EF and EG has to be congruent to DG. Okay, now here, if they're both medians, that must mean that in this case, that the ratio of CH to HG is going to be 2 to 1, okay? Because in this case is the parts of the median. So here's a median, here's the parts of the median. The ratio is 2 to 1 from the vertex to the centroid. This is a centroid. Now, how do we know a centroid? Because the centroid is where all the medians of the triangle intersect. It's one of those points of concurrency, we call it, where all the segments inside intersect, or not always inside, segments of the triangle intersect. And so we see here in this case that CH is 10, HG, which is half of that, must be 5. Therefore, the length of CG equals CH plus HG. So CG has to equal to 10 plus 5, which is 15. And our answer is going to be number 3. Okay, so we'll stop here and get you guys to kind of take a look and review, and we'll come back to our next video for next 2 questions, 4 and 5. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to upcoming videos as they're coming along. Thank you so much for watching, and again, take care and be safe.